All right, let's open it for questions for Jaylen, please.
Jaylen, just from your perspective, what happened in the third quarter?
They went on a run. We got a little bit out of hand, out of sorts, turned the ball over. Just gave up way too many baskets. I think we lost the game in the third quarter.
Jaylen, what is it that makes it that you guys have not been able to kind of pull out of these tailspins? You had the fourth quarter in Game 5 against Milwaukee. You had the third quarter here. Why is it that they continue to make their runs? Like after Ime called the timeout in the third quarter, Jimmy had 2 steals, 2 buckets after that. Why can't you guys get that back under control?
We come out and we play basketball. Most of the time we play good basketball. Tonight they got the best of us. We do a good job of responding and answering runs for the most part. It's a part of the game. You know, give credit to Miami. They outplayed us tonight, especially in that third quarter. I got to be better. We got to be better, be more poised in that situation. We go look at the film and we come back.
Jaylen, obviously, Marcus was hopeful that he'd be able to play, couldn't quite do it. And then Al's absence was a pretty big surprise. How does the kind of suddenness of that affect you guys in preparations? And I know you guys generally have gone through stuff like this a lot this year, but something you really weren't prepared for. And how do you kind of bounce back if Al even isn't allowed to play the next game?
We just gotta be even more disciplined. Obviously, we wasn't prepared to be without Al, and you know, definitely wasn't prepared to be without Al and Smart. So it's not an excuse. We got to be better. We still had control of the game in the first half. We lost control in the third quarter in a little bit, and we just got to be better. Got to play better on both sides of the ball. More discipline. We foul entirely too much, and we let the game slip away from us. You know, that's the story.
Jaylen, felt like Ime was really getting in you guys during one of the timeouts, and I know Marcus was saying some words during one of them. What sort of things were being said in timeout to try to stop those runs during the third?
During that time, they was the harder playing team. You know, they was beating us at 50-50 balls. It just seemed like everything was going their way, and we were kind of standing around watching, and that's not what we do. We got to get in there, get in the mix, be more physical, master physicality, master intensity. And we didn't, you know, like I said before, I got to be better. I will be better. The Celtics, we got to be better. And that wasn't, you know, our best effort. We gotta put our best foot forward playing against a team like Miami, and they outplayed us tonight.
Jaylen, over your last 3 games, you're averaging over 40 minutes a night. How realistic is it to be able to keep that up?
It's very realistic. It's the playoffs, you know. It's lose or go home. You got to be able to, you know, I worked my whole season to be in these moments. You know, my body is fine. I just got to be able to make the right plays and see the game and read the game. And tonight wasn't my better game doing that. I got to handle those situations a little bit better. I got a rhythm going later in the fourth quarter, and I think that was good carryover into the next game. But I definitely got to be better for our team.
These first 2 series you guys had, you're going against KD, Giannis, like 2 giant stars you can see everywhere. The whole defense is kind of focused on them. Then tonight, when Miami made that big run, it was a lot of Butler just kind of sneaking out of nowhere to steal the ball, get a box out, stuff like that. So how much is just the way that he kind of likes to lurk in the shadows, throw you guys off tonight?
That's what he does. You know, we knew that going in. Obviously, it's a new series, so we just got to be able to transition better. Tonight wasn't our best night. But we let them get away with too much, you know, 18 free throws, you know, that's way too many. So we got to be better. That's all I can say.
Jaylen, along those lines, you guys have been very good at responding after losses all postseason. What kind of things go through your mind as you get ready for Game 2? What kind of things can you learn from a night like this that you need to take into Game 2?
You watch the film, when you see things, the film doesn't lie. So you get to see, you know, where you lost the game. You know, you get to see all the details. And that's what we're looking forward to seeing and breaking down and seeing where we can come out and be better. for next game. Uncharacteristic of us to give up 118 points. And we can do better. I know we can. So we gotta, transition to the next game, almost learn from it, leave it behind, and get ready for the next one. That's it.
Going back to Jimmy, how unique of a challenge is he, the way that he's playing in this postseason right now?
He's comfortable. He's very comfortable right now. And we got to do a better job of breaking that rhythm that he's in. And that's it. We got to take the challenge.
Jaylen, how do you match their toughness with toughness of your own? Because they seem to have kind of a mental thing going back 2 years ago over you guys. How do you combat that?
We come out and we play basketball. At the end of the day, that's what it is. We got a lot of tough guys in our locker room that won't back down. I mean, we were without two of them tonight. But we got a tough team, resilient team. So hopefully we get some of those guys back. But even if not, we still could play a lot better than we did tonight. So I'm looking forward to the next game. We just got to come out and play better.
All right, we'll open up for questions for Jason.
Jason, during that run, the third quarter, felt like Ime was really digging in you guys in the timeout. Marcus said some words. What gets said in those situations to try to stop a run like the Heat were on there?
Just try to regroup, regather, and not let it snowball like it did. Myself included, too many turnovers. I gotta play better in those situations, but just try and regroup in those moments.
Hey, Jason, you guys overall had 8 turnovers in that quarter. Just how much did they get into you? Did they sped you guys up? Just from your perspective, what happened?
Yeah, they came out. Obviously, they was down at halftime, so they came out playing hard in the third quarter. It's on me. I had 6, 7 turnovers, and just knowing that I got to take care of the ball better, especially in those situations when they're going on runs like that.
Jason, you were obviously in such a great rhythm in the first half, both you and the team as a whole. Was it just as simple as their physicality getting you guys out of sorts, or did anything else cause, the way things played out in the second half or in the third quarter to play out the way they did?
I mean, yeah, they came on. Gotta give them credit. They played hard. They played faster in the second half, and I think we just kind of went away from what was working in the first half. And that's just something we got to be aware of, on Thursday.
When you were going up against Giannis and Katie in these first two rounds, those were guys that were kind of just in the middle of everything the entire time. While Butler was someone who kind of likes to sneak in between and kind of hide, like when he picked off a few of those swing passes. How different of a challenge has it been for you guys to deal with someone who you kind of have to figure out where he is on the court rather than keep your eyes on where he is the whole time?
Yeah, I mean, they do face propose different challenges, I guess. Just as a team, they got a lot of guys, really good defenders. Play the passing lane, and we knew that coming in. Didn't do a great job, obviously, with the turnovers. But watch some film tomorrow and make some adjustments.
Jason, you guys are one of the best third quarter teams during the regular season, but that's obviously changed in the past couple of weeks. What has changed there specifically for the third quarter?
I think we just gotta come out with a little more sense of urgency in that third. And that's just on all of us. It's a choice that we have to make.
Jason, how much of an adjustment, you mentioned that first game, how much of an adjustment do you find it to be in the series here, with Milwaukee and now with Miami, and what kind of lessons do you learn that you can take into game two, and what do you expect from your guys in game two?
Expect us to play better, expect myself to play a lot better. But, we got to watch some film tomorrow, and digest what happened and areas that we can improve on, and learn from, after we watch film tomorrow.
Was there, I don't know, Jason, was there any tape that you watched? I was curious of how they defended Trae Young, how they defended James Harden before the series. Was there anything you learned, if you did, from that?
Yeah. I mean, we watch highlights. I mean, not highlights, but film of them, offensively and defensively in the first two rounds of the playoffs. And they're a really good defensive team. We knew that coming in. We know that now. It's not like, we're surprised by anything.
Jason, we all know that no one wants to be outscored 39-14 in a quarter. No one wants to turn the ball over 6 times in a quarter. When it's happening, and you're saying we're going to go back, we're going to change things. But what's happening in those moments that allows it to get out of control, to snowball, like you said?
I think obviously, I don't want to turn the damn ball over and shit like that. But, I guess just out of the course of the game, things happen and they go on runs. That's what it is. And, throughout the course of the playoffs, we've done a great job of responding to runs after, call a timeout, things like that. But, for whatever reason, we didn't today. And, I'll be the first one to say I'll take the blame for that. I got to lead better. I got to play better, especially in those moments. And I'm just looking forward to responding, next game.
Jason, you seemed to pick whatever spot you wanted there in the first half, had a good connection going with Rob Williams. What really changed there in the third quarter? How much maybe did you feel or see the presence of Bam in the third as opposed to in the first half?
I think in those first 6 minutes, I think they got up like 11 shots to our 3. We was turning the ball, though we weren't getting opportunities at the rim. We weren't getting shots. So, I think that was the story in in the third quarter.
All that being said, you guys still won every other quarter in this game. How do you feel leaving here tonight?
I mean, we still lost. But, you know, we lost the first game of last series. It's a long series. As cliche as it sounds, first to fourth, all that good stuff. Get some rest. You know, watch film tomorrow, just get ready for the next one.